there, welcome to Rally the Readers. I'm Molly and this is my new Booktube channel. I'm really nervous about this. I've never done anything like this before. I've watched a lot of Booktube, but I feel like watching it doesn't really measure up to kind of how nerve-wracking it is to like sit in front of a camera in your little sister's bedroom and just put yourself out there and talk about what you love. Like I said, I'm Molly. I am from the UK. I am currently a third year uni student and it's lockdown and I have nothing better to do with my time. So I've been reading a lot, and with that I wanted to start a new channel because I watch a lot of Booktube. It's my favourite content. I find it the most inspiring and I have a lot of opinions and a lot of books that I want to get read. So this is my motivation to do both. Today's video is going to be the Booktube newbie tag because I thought what best way to do Booktube introductions than with this perfect tag. I don't remember who originated the tag. I will find out and put it in the description because credit deserves to be put where it is due. I have my laptop here. I also normally wear glasses and I filmed this originally and the glare was way too much, so I'm not wearing my glasses, which is why I might look a bit weird and I'm gonna have to be squinting at my screen for a little bit, so please bear with me and let's just jump into the tag. So, Squinty Eyes McGee is back. So like I said, it is currently lockdown in the UK and my uni finished in June, so I have nothing to do with my time. What I have been doing with that time is reading a whole bunch. I want to do a video, I'm going to film a video after this, of what I've read during lockdown, and it's a lot, and a lot more than I normally read. I feel like at uni I don't get a chance to read a lot because I'm reading 400 pages of dense political theory every week, and after that you just don't want to read any more words, no matter how good they are. Because of my new love for reading, like not new love, but rediscovery of my love for reading, I will talk about it. And I love Booktube. I watch Booktube so much. I love so many different people like Peruse Project, Nye Reads and Smiles, Chandler Ainsley, so many. I love them all so much, and so I thought I wanted to join in that community. It seems so lovely, and the progress that's being made in this community, kind of like the political and activist action in this community, the kind of stuff that people are doing, especially now because of the Black Lives Matter movement. It's inspiring and I really think it needs to be celebrated, and I want to be part of a community that can celebrate that. That's why I'm here, that's why Rally the Readers exists. I don't know if unique's the right word because like loads of people do cool stuff on Booktube and I don't think you need to be unique, like properly unique to make a difference. I'd like to think that because I'm a uni student, that's kind of unique because I want to be doing study vlogs as well, and also I want to talk about kind of like the stuff I'm studying and how it fits in to like books I'm reading, because I read a lot of like non-fiction just in my spare time because I'm a bit of a nerd, and so I think not many people on Booktube talk about the random books they read about political theory, so I feel like that'd be quite a unique way of doing it. Also, I read a very wide range of books, like I said, from like dense political fiction, like political non-fiction, to like YA, fantasy, sci-fi, literary fiction. Like I read almost the entire gamut, so I think that'd be quite good. And I have a really weird style and very bright earrings, and I feel like that's kind of unique. You know, we've got to have some girls that look like kids' toys, and I think I fill that quota. We need a kids' toy quota, and it's me. God, that was so lame. I'm really excited to hopefully become part of this community. Like I said earlier, I really love the community and I think it's doing very important work, and I want to be a part of that. I also really want to help educate people on political matters, and I think it'd be cool to do some sort of like normalize talking about books and politics, like talking about reading more into politics and like making sure you educate yourself. And I feel like a way of doing that is by doing reading vlogs when I'm reading political books and like reviewing them and like helping people access things that they may be too scared to access. I think I'm really excited for that. And also I just like talking about books. My boyfriend has to hear about all the books I'm reading, and I think someone else should hear it, not just him. So yeah, I'm really excited to just do everything that you Booktube has to offer, really. I'm not one of those people who like use it as escapism. I don't know, I just kind of like books. It sounds really weird. I really like to learn, and I feel like fiction, non-fiction, it doesn't matter. You learn things through reading books. You learn, like, if you read an own voices fiction book, you learn about what it is like to live as someone with like different to me, and I find that really interesting. I also just find it as like my favorite kind of entertainment. Like, it gets me excited. I read a lot of, even if it's like not drony literary fiction, but like just literary fiction in general, it's like exciting to me still. It's thrilling to me. It's how I like to spend my time most of the time, and it's a good way for me to wind down. I'm a very neurotic and like overthinking kind of person, and I feel like books help me just calm down, not like escape from it, but just relax and just focus on one thing, and that is my book. I think my reading experience is pretty generic in the sense of I was a little girl in the mid 2000s, so Jacqueline Wilson was all I devoured. I feel like her books were transformative for so many different readers. I mean, obviously a lot of boys did read them too, but I feel like it was kind of pushed on girls through Jacqueline Wilson. It was like the first real novels they read, and I was the same. I loved them so much. I still haven't read a lot of the classics. I really want to do a series where I go back and I read a lot of the classic Jacqueline Wilson and see if they like hold up to how good I remember some of them being, and also, you know, whether kids now should still be reading them. Like, are they progressive enough, and do they spread like good messages for like modern children? Also, my first memory of reading is like my first memory ever. I remember as must have been 2 or 3. My older sister is 4 years older than me, and she could read, and I was so jealous. And I remember my first memory is throwing a tantrum because I couldn't read, and like I've always been obsessed with reading. I think I've always read widely. I remember I read The Fire Thief by Terry Derry, the guy who did Horrible Histories, and that was amazing for me. I feel like I read so many transformative books as a kid. Like, it's why I'm such a diverse reader now, and why I love reading still. Like, no matter how much time passes and how much I don't read, I will always come back to books. I have little notes here, and I genuinely can't read them without my glasses. Oh yeah, I have a bone to pick with a lot of booktubers. My question is, why do you rainbow coordinate your bookshelves? I love colour. Look at me. I'm literally wearing a rainbow, and my face is like Shrek themed, but rainbow bookcases have no practical value. I used to organise my books every single weekend as a kid. Not having a bookcase at the moment when I'm home is so stressful to me. I do not understand how you can have different books of different series and different authors just everywhere, different genres. It's pretty. I will give you that. The aesthetic of a coloured, like a rainbow bookcase, is beautiful. But come on, be practical, please. Seriously? Because like rainbow bookshelves, you do you, girl. You have a cute flat. Chill. I also would like to ask how they balance like full-time work or full-time school with running a booktube channel, because that's something I'm really interested in. Like I said, I'm going to be going into my 3rd year of uni. I am also going to be applying for masters. I want to do my masters and my PhD, so I'm going to be studying for a long time, but I also want to be doing booktube for a long time, and I want to be able to balance those and make sure that neither one takes over my life, but I can do both of them well. So many booktubers I watch balance both of them. I think Peru's Project Reagan is a really good example of that. She has her 9 to 5, her like every day of the week, and she still manages to upload consistent good content, and I'd love to know how she manages that and what it takes to be successful in both areas of your life. I feel like because of my neurotic nature, I'm really nervous about people I know seeing the channel and just like people liking it, or like people I know like getting on board with it, because I feel like there was a massive era like in the early 2010s where like everyone was starting YouTube channels, and now we all look back at it and we're like, lol, this is kind of lame. But like we were like 10 years old and didn't know what we were doing, whereas now I'm like, I'm serious about this. I really want to do this, and I'm a 20-year-old woman. I can do what I want, and I need to remember that when I'm getting super nervous about like sharing this with people, I'm also kind of worried that people won't like me and won't like my channel. I don't know, I'm worried I'm a bit of an acquired taste, and I need to like get into my content, especially because this is my first video. I need to know what works. I need to sort out like making sure I'm in a good setup and making sure the video looks good, the audio quality is good, the editing is good, which I'm absolutely terrified about doing. Like, I really want people to like me, and I feel like it's gonna be hard to begin with, to like get used to like either the videos not being like watched by anyone and just keep going, or like getting troll comments and stuff. I'm nervous about all that, but I feel like I can get over it. I feel like I have a thick enough skin where after like the first few times I will be fine, and I feel like I love this too much to give it up because of something like that. As soon as I humanly could, as you know from earlier when I was talking about my first memory, I was 2 years old and I was angry I couldn't read. Like, I have been reading for so long. My mum used to read to us as kids. Like, I've always devoured stories, and like the first book she read to us I think was Water Babies by Dick King Smith, maybe but I remember like devouring stories as a kid, and as soon as I could pick up a book I did. Like, any book. Like, I remember in primary school I used to like go and I get so many books from the library, and I still do it now, and yeah, I've always read and I love it so much. This is an interesting question because I don't have any space here. So since lockdown I've been reading in bed, on the sofa, in the garden. In uni I normally just read like in bed or like on public transport. However, that's not going to be happening anytime soon when I go back to uni, because when I go back, it's all going to be online anyway. So I'm going to try in my new house, make a little book nook in my corner, hoping like in a corner of my room, or in the living room to be honest, because it's only me and one other person and then my boyfriend, so he has no say in it, and I'm living just with him for like a month. So I think I'm going to make a really nice little book nook in my new house, maybe a place for me to film as well. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be reading. Most of the time it is just in bed, in my gym jams, all snuggled up with a duvet around me, and just like swooning over whatever love interest is happening in that book. Like I said, I read literally everything. So on this bookshelf, only like, from here to here are my books. But in that collection, I have the Communist Manifesto, Children Act by Ian McEwan, and all the books in the Throne of Glass series. The only thing these 3 books have in common is that they're written by white authors. That I need to change. I've been reading a lot from black authors recently because I think the Black Lives Matter movement has forced me to confront like the fact that my reading isn't diverse enough, and there's no excuse for that. There are so many amazing black booktubers recommending black books, Own Voices black books, and just people of colour writing, not just black writers, and I'm trying to diversify my books, but that's a slow process. I think I want to find what really works for me, like genre-wise, before I do that, because I don't think you give books a fair chance if you don't like the genre that you're reading. But yeah, I read pretty much anything. So, we reached the end of my first video. I think it went alright. I haven't reviewed the footage yet. I'm really nervous about sharing this, but I also can't wait to get to know everyone here in this booktube space, and I hope that you find something in my content that you really like, and I'd love to know what you guys want to see from me and what you've been up to, really. Lockdown is a really lonely time, even if you're with your family, and I would love to just talk to people in the comments about how they are and what they're reading and everything like that. So thank you so much for joining me for my first video. I'm Molly, and remember to rally the readers.